Okay, so basically, I kind of just want to tell one story. So basically, how do you live with people from different nationalities, right? So that's going to be the focus of it, right? So, for example, you go on the program, and more than likely, you will end up with a roommate. More than likely, just more than likely, you're going to end up with a roommate. Now, I just want to tell a quick story before I get in. How do you get along, or how do you cope with living with people from different nationalities, or just not even different nationalities, but sometimes different backgrounds, because you can be Jamaican and somebody else be Jamaican too. But just because it's one are Jamaican, no mean say when I grow up the same. You know what I mean? So when I come from the same area, it don't mean say them do things the way you do things. You know what I mean? Say them cook like you. It don't mean say them have the same hygiene as you, even though both are one are Jamaican. So I'm gonna tell a story about the first time when we did basically go on the program. So basically oh yeah, when back in 2023. So basically that year we did end up having a Dominican roommate. So she did come from the Dominican Republic, right? And up to this day, me and her are still good friends, right? We're still good friends even up to this day, because she go back to her country and become back to Jamaica. Now we're still good friends, but in the beginning it never did like that, honestly, because when we did first start sharing the room, I did really wonder if this is gonna work out. I did have to really wonder like if this is gonna work out, sharing the room with her, yeah, you understand? Because one, you know them speak Spanish in a Dominican Republic, that's one. But that wasn't the issue. Trust me, that was not the issue, but it just means that they do things differently, right? So now me looking back at the situation, I feel like sometimes we really have to be open-minded when we meet people from different places. And me looking back now, I kind of realize me did kind of but it kind of focus more on the differences that we did have between each other. Like me, I say, oh, she speaks Spanish, me not speak Spanish. I mean, I think so. Oh, I don't know, just overall the way, because me say she cooked something one time and me did really puzzled. Like me puzzled, me don't know what she did say she had do, and yeah. But you see, once you really stop and kind of look into things, you in a sense, so once you stop and you realize you have a lot more similarities than differences, because in the beginning that was me did a focus on me. I said, oh, she different, she talk different, she me don't know what she eat, me don't know what she says she eat, and all them something there, right? So that was it in the beginning, because me that focus on all the differences. And you see, once me able to move past that, I realized we did so similar, like in terms of culture, right? So obviously we not gonna eat the same food, or let me tell you what, it's not even so we don't eat the same food, but sometimes we call it different things that I want. And then just overall, if you get to know the person, you realize it's just a culture. Because you know, like Spanish people sometimes like to wear, you know, like dresses. But I don't know if you ever realize it, like part of them culture is for like wear dress, like them love wear like them floral dress and stuff there. So one time she said something to me, and she said, oh, it's like part of them culture. And I think that year, I don't know, on Instagram or whatever, is like carnival or whatever that go on at Jamaica, or I don't know which Caribbean country, probably Jamaica. And basically she said them don't do that in a DR. Them have something where it's like a Spanish march, or I don't know what them call it, but basically yeah. But the point is that the more I did get to know her, is like all these differences kind of just go out the door, because at the end of the day she was just a human being. Yes, she come from a different country. Yes, she eat different things. Yes, she talk different. Yes, she operate different. But you see, the more time you spend around people, you realize that people are just people. All of we are just people. And obviously sometimes we talk different, we eat different things. But you see, once you put those like superficial things to the side, you realize it's not so bad. Because if me look at art, for example, the way we start off in at the beginning, so we share the room, and there you go. I don't remember exactly what did that irritate me. I don't remember exactly what that irritate me at all, but but they said that things ain't not gonna work out. But basically there was something that did come up, and I never made it go to her about it, but somebody else did. I think somebody else said something to her or something like that. But basically, if there was any like real issue, I don't know. I feel like it was just the type of person she was willing to change. Like for example, she realized, oh, Jamaican's different, and like certain things, and she would say, oh, you guys don't do it like that, and she actually willing to compromise. You understand? So basically, you're not gonna have it perfect, right? You're not gonna have it perfect, and we have to at least try to meet each other in the middle. Because what happened too is remember one time, I think that the tour we did end up have day off on the exact same night. So maybe they work in the morning or whatever, but basically we have day off. And we'd watch, oh yeah, Netflix is up on the TV. So we'd watch Netflix, and basically we'd watch it in English, right? Because obviously we don't understand Spanish, so that's why the language was English. And then you said when we stop watch it, so when we stop watch it, she turned she turned the language to Spanish, right? Because she said even though she understands the English, it's easier to watch it in Spanish because obviously that is her first language. So basically, it does show that sometimes you have to compromise. You have to compromise. So at the end of the day, me can't say she was a bad person because yes, after me get to know her, is like all the issues them go out the door completely. But in the beginning, if you're not open-minded, and you see the same way how you got here, and you, because I'm gonna tell you the honest truth, she and one other Turkey girl that I live in the house were full of pure Jamaicans, literally. So she and like maybe 7-8 Jamaicans in a one house, and every day we talk Patwa. Every single day we talk Patwa. Imagine she not really understand Patwa, and every minute people are talk Patwa around her. So that was the thing too. So she never understand Patwa, but obviously, like towards the end, she kind of like pick it up. Like she kind of pick up some of the words them, or some little short phrase like wagwan, and whenever we talk about me, that part she definitely did pick up the piece of that. But basically, you have to be really open-minded, right? You have to be willing to work through it. Because if you go there and you just say you hate the person, it's not gonna work out. It not gonna work out none at all. It not gonna work out at all. And two, if for example you do something that inconvenience, let's just say you do something that inconvenience somebody else, and let's just say that maybe you don't realize you inconvenience the person, and then the person come to you and say you inconvenience me. The attitude where you respond with makes the difference. Like is either you say, oh, you're sorry and you go change it, or what you can do is, because if you just get like 1% now, if because the person come to you, you get angry, then that does show it does show your attitude basically, right? So it all goes back to the person. So not everybody is going to be the same, because we hear stories where people people literally cannot stand it. People with them put in the same room cannot stand each other, them not like each other. Even people from the same country can't stand each other, don't like each other. So it really goes back to the attitude, right? So it goes back to the attitude. And some people can be inconsiderate because obviously it's not your space, right? You have a lot of people in it, right? So you have a lot of people using because even 1 year me think somebody oh yeah, food that I go missing, that's one thing. So food that go missing 1 year, and basically nobody own up say them thief the person food, which that did is. And then even my 1 year my yogurt they go missing too, and I say listen, don't want me did up no, let me look back now, me did really upset. Like imagine some me no buy yogurt, and the one time I buy the yogurt them decide to take the yogurt, and then nobody can own up and say them thief it. So but it vex like dog. But me just decide say, you know what, me not buy up nothing, put it in a no fridge. That me did decide say. But either way, you just have to be open-minded. But at the same time, if me have any advice, the advice would be you wherever you go, You try to be open-minded, but it don't mean say you go play a fool at the same time. So you be open-minded and you just work with things or you see things that go. And if something not seem right, don't be afraid to take. Even me think me didn't have a meet yeah, me didn't have a meeting yesterday. And that the person basically say, if it means say you have to keep to yourself, then keep to yourself. Whatever will keep you out of problem. Because you getting into any altercation with nobody, you know worth it and it don't make no sense. So you better you keep to yourself if that is necessary, right? But overall, you just try to be considerate since you basically live with somebody else. So you have to be considerate about that, and them have to try to be considerate, and you probably get somebody who don't consider it, somebody who just don't care, and them just do them one thing. When that happen, you just take with yourself, you just keep to yourself, take with yourself. So the next thing when me think some people talk about is like for example food. Now me personally would never say me pair up with nobody for buy no food or anything like that, just because me know the type of person me be, and also me know the type of person where people can be. Not everybody stay the same. So some people it will really if you know the person, it can probably work out. But if you don't know the person and you just meet the person, then there's no guarantees that will work out, because you have people where them say, oh, you buy the food and then they will cook. You don't know if them can even cook, or basically you don't know them. You don't know them well enough to say, oh, make them cook, or you don't know how them hygiene stay if you make them a cook give you to eat. Because if you don't know the person, wouldn't advise it. So if somebody you just meet, it's completely up to you. But sometimes you can have people where them say, oh, we'll put 50-50 and buy food. When you buy the food, them eat 3/4 of the food, and you put 50-50 and you not get 50-50 out of the food. So in situations like that, it better you buy your own food, keep for yourself, just so you don't in any disagreement with nobody. Because the way I see it, everything I just avoid disagreement and just overall avoid altercation with people. So if it means say you're not gonna pair up with people and buy food, you buy your own food, simple. And you cook your own food, you buy your own food if you think that is the best. If you know the person, that's a different situation. Let's just say you know the person from long time, then yeah, you can pair up and do food or whatever you want to do. But me would personally advise nobody to do that, because you don't know people, and not everybody stay like that. But what if you get that person way with us, when we say no, them basically go cheat you, because I'm gonna tell you say, oh, put 50-50 and then we share the food or whatever, but it not gonna work out. So in that situation, you better buy your own food, right? In that situation. The other thing would I probably say is you can do cultural activities. So basically every month you're supposed to do 2 activities, right? So what you can do is you can pair up with the people you live with, and just in case you don't want to go by yourself, or you just don't want to go by yourself, you can, if them have them day after, you can go out with them. So they got movies, or you go bowling, or whatever the case, or you maybe go on riverside or something like that, or whether you go Walmart or you go shopping, whatever the situation or the case may be, you can try and do that. So yeah, you can pair up with them in that situation. Obviously everybody bring them own money and buy their own things. It's a different story. So you can definitely try and do that, and just overall be open-minded to different cultures. And if you realize it not sit well with you, keep to yourself. It's as simple as that. Keep to yourself. That's what I say. And just overall, even the other co-workers them we have, them also you can try to be open-minded with, and just be observant. That's what I'm going to say, be observant. Because obviously when you meet people for the first time, you don't know how people stay. You have to wait like over a period of time. So just be observant and see whether or not these people are good people or not. Because you might get some people that lazy, or just you might get some people that just don't good. So say, okay, me go stay far from this person if you realize that them intentions not good or whatever. So you can try to do that, but overall you'll be open-minded, and you might see some things over there while you're at work. just just don't judge. Like sometimes, especially because you might come from Jamaica, you might say, oh, you might see something. Because remember the first time I did it, and me see something crazy, like absolutely crazy, like me did shock, and me literally did have to hold my face and not the look of, the look of judgment face we love to make sometimes. Me literally have to hold my face, and me just have to stop all expression, because if what me thinking in my mind ever show up on my face, like no. So just try not to judge, and just overall be open-minded, and try to make friends with the people that I live with, or even the people that I work with overall. And you just hope that it works out in the end, right? That's all I can hope for, because now we don't know how it I go stay when I go there. Now we don't know. Overall, you just try to make friends with the people them. I get to see how it work out basically. But at the end of the day, don't forget the reason, the main reason why you got there. Don't forget the main reason, so you don't get caught up with some of the things them that might take place over there. So you might meet people that at least maybe them, I don't know, maybe them just love get drunk, or them just love drink, and that's all I'm depend. Because you might take it up, and then you get an addiction because them addicted, and then pull you in it. So now you pick up them habit, or you probably never smoke a day in your life, but you meet some people and you decide, oh, you're gonna try and smoke, then you get addicted, and then you can't stop. How that go? Or you might meet people that maybe them just, don't know, but you might just meet different people from different backgrounds, and not everybody is going to be a good influence. So you just have to be careful and remember exactly why you're there, and remember that you actually have to leave, because some people actually go there and them get so immersed in the culture, them just start spend like every new shoes, like pair shoes, pair bag, pair clothes, like everything. Them literally just waste all of them money, right? So basically things that them probably don't need, them spend all of them money on it, and maybe go on boat. Well, probably me that say, well, boat ride and then something there, but me to go on boat ride, but that did free. But basically, just don't waste your money. Don't waste your money, and just don't get caught up in the lifestyle that them have over there, right? And at the end of the day, you just try to save, like just save and save. That's all I can do. Just try and save.